Hola, hola chicos, ¿cómo están? Espero que todos se encuentren súper bien. Mi nombre es Tania Ugalde y el día de hoy me van a acompañar a una granja de lavandas. La verdad que estoy muy emocionada porque va a ser la primera vez que me toca visitar un lugar tan bello y ustedes me van a acompañar. Así que iniciemos con este video.
So it's a nice dark purple. We're getting a second bloom right now. But there's also ones around here, another plant that's just over there that's a pale purple bloom. You're welcome. And yeah, so you'll be able to see some of the different varieties that are in bloom.
Thank you.
Let's see if I can find one of these pale ones. Thanks for coming, Molly. That's a big help. Shade hop again. So this one, we have put in our wildflower gardens, and that's because I am passionate about our pollinators and little wildflowers and solitary bees and all of those good things. So the wildflowers provide a little ecosystem, a little habitat for all of those solitary bugs that don't have a hive. But that'll be my project next year, little caterpillars and butterflies that are enjoying the space, and that just makes me so happy. So at the very back of the gardens, of the field, there's flowers back there, and I encourage you to go back there and just sit and watch. I think I counted 12 different species of butterflies back there in like 10 minutes the other day. So it's pretty cool back there. So we are slowly regenerating or revamping the gardens. We've replaced the lavender that were in these quadrants with babies, and this was last year. So you'll see the difference between these two sides. They were all replaced at the same time. This is English. So like I mentioned, there's different types of English, the white, the pale blues, the purples. So when in bloom, each square is a different type of lavender. On this side, we have our intermedia. So that's a cross between English and French lavender. So French lavender on its own isn't hardy enough for our zone, our region here. It won't survive the winters. But someone far smarter than I am took an English and a French and hybridized them. So these are called intermedia. And you can see that these have already grown bigger and they bloom taller than the English. That each row is a different variety. And so when we are in bloom, you can really tell the different like purples and whites, and you can see that on display here. These are getting a little woody. It's time for us to rejuvenate them as well. We're doing it slowly so that we don't kind of just destroy the entire garden in case. It's been 3 years. We're learning each year, right? Lines that you see in the field are our irrigation system. We do drip tape irrigation because it's more sustainable, it's more gentle on the environment than a sprinkler would be. With a sprinkler, a lot of that water evaporates before it actually gets to the plant or the ground. Plus you're watering the leaves, and the leaves don't need the water, it's the root systems that need it. So this drip tape allows us to directly water exactly where the plants need it. All of the plants from here over are English lavender. And again, these are getting older, they're woody plants, so we are in the process of starting to rejuvenate them as well. The first 3 rows by the sunflowers, we have rejuvenated those plants, and so they are the same age as these ones, but we've just been more aggressively trimming and managing them, and they look quite refreshed. And it'll just be breathtaking. So it's still kind of new, We've just trimmed all the bloom off, so that's why they're in really nice, tight little gumdrop shapes right now. We trim the lavender 3 times a year. Once in May, as soon as we realize, are you alive or dead? We're always a little bit nervous in May to see which ones survived the winter. But once we know it's survived, we'll do a good shaping. And then after the bloom, we trim them all off and shape them again like this. These ones have all been done. And then we'll do one more gentle trim around this time if there's anything else just to tidy off before they go to bed for the winter. Back there where Nicole is, that's our flower garden where you just need to spend a few minutes standing there looking at the monarchs. We put in a pumpkin patch this year as well over there, so each of the summer students gets to pick a project. And so one wanted a pumpkin patch. We planted that a bit early. It's Halloween right now at the farm, so the pumpkins seem to be ready.
Chicos, aquí atrás de mí se encuentra el área de flores salvajes y vean nada más la belleza. Tienen muchísimos colores, hay diferentes mariposas que vienen, como pueden darse cuenta, y huele increíble. Huele a las flores con la lavanda y es una combinación perfecta. Vean los girasoles, están hermosísimos y hay unos súper altos, como se pueden dar cuenta. La verdad que la paz en este lugar es increíble.
like candies.
Y bueno chicos, de mi parte ha sido todo. Muchísimas gracias por acompañarme en esta aventura. La verdad que esta granja de lavandas está hermosísima y vale 100% la pena visitarla aquí en Sparta, Ontario. Y yo los invito a que se suscriban a mi canal, dejen sus comentarios, sus likes y nos estaremos viendo en próximos videos. Bye!